That certainly is a frosty mug now, isn't it? Oh, I don't know if you know it or not, but we have begun recording.
When did you start recording?
Oh, when I poured my beer. Non-alcoholic beer. Friends, do not let friends cartoon drunk.
Well, I'm getting myself a water.
Right.
A nice, let's see, what's this? Mandarin orange salsa.
So, hello, good evening, and welcome to Phydeaux, your only source for bad dog. Go lie down. This is the live stream. What number are we up to?
59?
59. Yes,
Ooh,
that's
I'm good.
wow. Yeah. Let me do the obligatory writing here. Guess we'll use a pencil this time. This way I don't forget. There we go. Live stream 59. All right, here is the week we'll be working on. Mostly just penciling, and this is. I guess we'll probably start with inking. But we're actually going to start today's show with what the chief colorist has done. What hath she wrought? All right, we have Monday the 28th, starting a storyline where Felicia's going on vacation.
About time.
I suppose you're wondering why I called you here today. What do you want, Felicia? I'm taking a few personal days. What does she do around here anyway? And the place is infested with mice. Irving, camera one. Let's zoom in on that one. And, let's see. We got a mouse sitting on a lamp. This is the Abbott and Costello mouse. Really didn't work out. The lovers. Mouse on top of the TV. Couple on the couch here. This one's playing with a beach ball in the kitty litter box. This one's got Dino's video game controller. So, yeah, put that aside. This is Tuesday, the next day. Today you're going to be without your cat, so I'm substituting the nearest equivalent, a bag of rotten fish. I understand that you may get more affection and joy from the bag of fish, but certainly it will fill your need for something to lay around and smell bad all day. Thanks. I'll just put this in the sun then. Yeah, that's all a cat does. And for some reason the chief colorist chose to give us yellow fish with pink gills. I don't know what kind of fish.
No. It's supposed to be shivering.
Reference citation needed.
No, it's supposed to be shivering and gross.
Okay. Let's look up that fish. Find out what breed it is. Someone in the chat do that.
No.
All right. This is Wednesday. We have Dino and Phydeaux. Dino's looking at the litter box, saying, "Since the cat's not here this week, do we have to keep this litter box here?" "Yeah, I want my toy box back." "Good idea." And the toy box has been returned, and anyone might remember it from the old Phydeaux. "This is great, but we got to remember to bring back the litter box before Felicia returns." "Why?" And Felicia has returned. "I like my new litter box."
Oh no. No.
Phydeaux.
No. Very funny, but you.
Yeah. It's got Irving camera one close up on the Phydeaux reaction. Yeah. All right. And let's see, that was Wednesday, and yeah, this is the Thursday, Friday, that's the week, Saturday, and I go into next week, Monday and Tuesday. I haven't put a date on this one yet. That would
We're
be,
on our way into September.
we are deep into September.
Deep into September.
This would be Tuesday. Yeah, let me get this on camera here, because everyone needs to see everything on camera. 9/5/23. All right, paperwork done. I guess we're going into inking now. Choose your weapon. Let's see what we got here. The same 4 old brushes. I guess that's the new one. Because you see, it's got a bad tip. That's the old one. Oh, look how rounded that's become. The squirrel pubic hair just doesn't survive very long. Can I get a tip on that sucker?
May I have the remote control?
Yeah, it's right there. Remote control. What, you can't reach it?
No. Yeah.
There you go. Find something fun on TV. So, as I've stated before.
I don't have anything to color, just
So-
in case people think I'm being lazy.
Yeah, shut up. As I've stated before, these brushes are so dear to me because they are the product of Himalayan tree squirrel pubic hair. And they're so expensive because we have to send a Sherpa up the mountain to get them. And the squirrels, of course, do not want to part with their pubic hair because it's cold.
And there are only a few Sherpas willing to do such a thing, too. So.
Now, cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of this planet. So I must wear a glove. Where is our ink? Actually, I think I'm going to start with the borders. And get our ruler and show everyone how we draw a straight line with a ruler. Go figure. Yes, I know it's controversial, but you need a ruler to draw a straight line. Get up enough ink on this and we can brush all week. What's nice is doing these borders first gives me the opportunity to test and see how the brush is going to behave. As they get older, the brushes tend to misbehave.
Bad brush.
Yeah. And a misbehavior might be considered something. Let's get Irving camera 1. Zoom in here. Can you see it? See how that line slightly doubled on me? Wow, my fingernails are filthy. That's ink. Usually I wash my hands before the show. I've got ink under my fingernails.
Ew.
At least that's what I'm calling it. It might be cigar ash.
Could be any number of things.
Yes. Find us something entertaining on TV, Chief Colorist.
What, I was just going to watch some true crime stuff. No, I'm kidding.
We teach our women how to kill our men,
No.
and but not get
No.
away with it.
Yeah.
Every one of them, they don't get away with it. We had a murder in our neighborhood a couple days ago, but they caught the guy, the kid. In fact, not a guy.
Yeah, it was a kid, actually. What was he, like 18?
A little, no.
No, actually, he was 15.
Yes, thank you.
15.
In some of the earlier broadcasts, you might remember hearing motorcycles, well, mopeds,
Child don't.
dirt bikes going up and down the hill.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Well, I believe this is one of the kids who was illegally driving
Okay.
a dirt bike up and down the streets. Or at least that's what I was told.
Well, I heard a helicopter the other night, and I was like,
A helicopter at night? Yeah, right.
I know.
You know
that's
something's
right
going on.
away, That was what, yeah.
You know something's going on.
That was our first clue.
Put that sucker up there to dry. And let's get the Monday down here. And if I put this the way I usually put this, I'll hit the wet ink. Oh, you go aside here for a while. The biggest obstacle here is not to smear your ink. Oh, smudge. We haven't decided which word we're going to use, smear or smudge.
Neither of them is ideal.
So we finished watching Suits.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and I do have one. Well, I have many criticisms, but one parting shot. There's a scene where Harvey, our
Spoilers.
yeah, Harvey, our main character, is having dinner with his girlfriend, the psychiatrist, and his mother. And the mother makes an offhand statement that perhaps I have you to thank for my renewed relationship with my son.
Oh, she doesn't say perhaps. She
Yeah.
outright says, "Oh, I'm so happy to meet the person who gave me my relationship with my son."
Exactly. And the psychiatrist immediately jumps to the conclusion that it was another woman who did this and not her. When she was when he was her patient, they did nothing but bitch and complain about his mother. So I could see the psychiatrist saying, "Oh yes, that was my work. Oh yes, I must have done well by curing Harvey of his hang-ups about his mommy issues." But no. The psychiatrist immediately says, "Oh, it must be the other woman."
The psychiatrist is so unsure of herself, she doesn't even believe that she's the one who helped him.
She did any good.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Besides.
It could have been me that helped him.
Besides a few other glaring writing problems, the show was somewhat enjoyable. It got kind of,
It had
I can't
its
believe
moments.
it's the #1 show on streaming.
Yeah.
It had its moments. You mean? Oh wow, yes, I will take that moment and use this moment for that. Well,
Oh God.
and in the writing, they come to a
my
point
God.
where they're having a conversation about something completely different, and that conversation leads them to think, "Oh, we."
Let's go out and order some Chinese food. Okay, I'm gonna have some Chinese food. You know, it's been a long time since I've had takeout. Maybe the murderer took out the bank account, and that's why
Yeah, that's the sort of writing you'd get
over and over again. And
again
then,
and again and again.
Then about a half hour or so later, it'd be like, oh, I've been working on this Johnson file, and he's a real jerk, and I don't know what he did with the money, but I'll bet you he bought a new car with it. New car. Maybe the auditor had a new car because he got money from. Stop. My voice is like horrible right now.
Yeah, mornings.
It's not morning.
It is.
Nope.
It's afternoon. Yes, it's 12 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon.
It's pretty sad when you go through like pages and pages and haven't found anything like to watch.
Well, I remember the old days of television. You just go channel surfing. Now we just go streaming service surfing.
Oh, this is interesting. There's something wrong with the children. When Margaret and Ben take a weekend trip with longtime friends Ellie and Thomas and their 2 young children, Ben begins to suspect something supernatural is occurring when the kids behave. Oh, I guess I'm not gonna find out.
No, when the kids behave, because usually
When the
they're
kids behave,
usually
yes,
they're such
right,
monsters.
right.
But yeah, that's actually there's something wrong with it. That's actually the title. Wow.
Yeah, would you think I was lying? Oh, I'm sorry. When the kids behave strangely.
No, when the kids behave, that's it. Because
After
usually that's
disappearing into the
monsters.
woods overnight. There's something wrong with the children.
They got up, they made their beds, they cleaned their bedrooms, and then something's wrong with the children.
Who the hell are these kids?
And they sat quietly and read books all day.
Something severely wrong.
Oh, actually, I haven't read this one. We have Phydeaux, Bo, and Felicia. They're in a pet store. Felicia's got herself a big scratching post, and Phydeaux's reaching for a bone. And you're buying Felicia a toy? Buy me one too. Toy? Bah! This is a scratching device. It maintains feline claws to optimum standards. This is a squeaking tool. It calibrates high levels of squeak. Ha! And Phydeaux goes off kind of disheartened. And Felicia says, I'll take this ball too.
She likes a nice toy too.
I didn't do the arrow here, so let's assume the arrow's about right there in the center. All right. Now, let's draw the arrows without smudging.
twin brothers arrive at their mother's country home to discover her face covered in bandages. The result, she explains, of a recent cosmetic surgery. As her behavior grows increasingly erratic and unusual, however, the horrifying thought takes roots.
That's not our mommy.
Yep. Takes root in the boys' minds. The sinking suspicion that the woman behind the gauze isn't their mother at all.
Oh no.
Good Night, Mommy is the name of it. I'm sorry, I'm almost more fascinated by these descriptions than by the shows.
They give ratings, right? How many stars?
Oh, yeah.
When you do the next reading, tell us how many stars so we know if it's worth watching. Some of these even do like
3
a Rotten
stars.
Tomato. Ooh, 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, so that's like
actually
a
impressive.
average. No, that's garbage.
Ooh, 3.5 out of 5 for there's something wrong with the children.
Yeah.
I watched this Knock at the Cabin. I think you weren't home when I watched it. It was alright.
What's it called?
Knock at the Cabin.
Oh.
It's with Ron Weasley is in it.
I thought Rupert Grint wasn't going to be an actor. He was going to buy an ice cream truck.
I think he bought an ice cream truck,
Yeah.
but then he got married and he had a kid, so like now I'm an actor too. I guess, or acting pays more bills. I don't know.
Even for a ginger?
Yeah.
The Hollywood ginger side, they're getting rid of all the redheads.
Actually, it's more female redheads I think that they care about. I think the male redheads are pretty safe.
Oh, and I haven't read this one either. This is, I believe, a Friday in the bar. Yep, it's a Friday. Cat Boss brings a drink, Dino and Phydeaux. Here is your drink, Phydeaux. Sorry. Here is your drink, Dino. That will be $5. There's a cat hair in it. Oh, you're right. That will be $8. You're charging me more for cat hair in my drink? No, I am charging you more for noticing that I'm losing my hair.
That's right. Bad cat. Well, now this caught my eye because it has the woman from Deadwood.
Woman from Deadwood. Doesn't
Yeah,
look like her. This is a blonde.
No, but
Yeah. Which?
Alma.
Alma Garrett. Okay. Boy, Deadwood was a good show while it lasted.
Deadwood was an awesome show. It should have never
We
gone off.
almost went to Deadwood on our honeymoon.
We did.
Instead, we went to Deadwood Disney. It was before Disney.
Before it was Deadwood.
Before it was not, Disney's Deadwood today, but back then it was still usable.
Well, we had to go to Disney when I found out that you'd never been to Disney.
Yeah. Well, my parents never got divorced. Only
Oh
the,
no, that was not our. That was for your birthday that we
Yeah.
went to Disney because I found out. Yeah.
only divorced kids got to go to Disney.
In your neighborhood, apparently.
Well, you had or special needs kids. Okay, we'll leave it at that then.
No, you a-hole. I think I was one of the kids to go to Disney World later in life. Most of my friends had already been, I think, when I went.
Oh yes, you were pony riding princess.
What you just said was in
Santa came to her.
What you just said was in total contrast to what I said. Did you even hear my sentence?
No.
All right then.
Oh come on, you expect me to listen and make funnies?
Oh. I shut up and watch whatever this is.
All right.
Nobody's here to hear from me anyway. They're only here to hear you, my love.
And besides, you're so far away from the microphone, they probably can't hear you
I'm not
anyway.
that far away from the microphone. I'm right next to you. Good Lord. Cut it out.
We're eventually going to mic her up too, but I'm waiting until there's a reason
Don't you
to.
dare.
Until she has something to say.
All right, I'm not. Well, that was one way to shut me up.
So they finally killed off Yevgeny Prigozhin over there in Russia. Okay, his plane gets shot down on its way to St. Petersburg from Moscow. They're saying, who could have shot him down? Well, I don't know. I don't think the Ukrainians have a missile battery outside of Moscow.
Those damn Irish.
Yeah, it was the IRA who did it.
The IRA.
Yeah, it might have been Muslim terrorists. They had a missile battery outside of Moscow. They're not really serious, are they? Who shot him down? Come on!
Might have been an inside job.
Does Putin actually have to go up there and sign his name on the missile?
Knowing him, he probably did.
This one's for you, Yevgeny. And it wasn't one missile; it was 2 missiles. They were going to make sure they got that asshole. So, Putin's stated reason for invading Ukraine was to rid Ukraine of Nazis. Well, he finally did it. Congratulations, Putin. You did rid Ukraine of the Wagner Nazis.
Good job.
Good job.
Bad person.
So a big presentation today involves this. That's an iceberg. And this part up here is what we usually refer to as just the tip of the iceberg. Now, zoom in there on camera 1 there, Irving. See, that's the tip of the iceberg because most of everything is below the surface. It's a colloquialism we sometimes use when we're saying this is just the beginning and it's going to get so much worse. And
What is that in reference to, honey?
this is just the beginning and it's going to get so much worse. This is an invoice from Walt Disney Resorts to Reedy Creek. All right, there you can probably see Reedy Creek Developments for $500,000 for tickets to Disney World, merchandise, food, beverage. Which actually, it's only like 4,000 food and beverage. Obviously, doesn't include alcohol. Water parks, mini golf usage, service awards. The Inspector General Florida has released this. This document alone is a first-degree felony. Someone's going to jail for 30 years. So we're gonna take that, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. They've been doing this since 1968. What else is the Inspector General going to find? This happened actually at the time when the other guy was, the other Bob was the king, Pope of Disney, Bob Chapek. So, that's my friend online provided that to us. It's a public knowledge document. And, actually, I don't have any of my paperwork out here, but we were talking about Blue Beetle. It's really failed. Here are the lyrics. Zolo Miranda, we know him as Manuel from Cobra Kai, did a rap song. I particularly like this egotistical bit right here. I'm about to be a star like Al Pacino and Leo DiCaprio. I'm stacking C notes, so add a 0. Had to go bag the baddest Leo. I'm suited up Valentino. No cappuccino girl. Let's hold hands under the full moon. Yeah, that's it. So we like Manuel from Cobra Kai. We don't like Malolo. He's an egotistical prick. Let's sign up and drop knowledge. Yes. There's a, with the, I love is the description of this song. On My Way is an upbeat hip-hop/pop track that delivers a nostalgic love letter to 90s hip-hop and pop culture. The track becomes the debut single of actor Zolo Muenda, featuring upcoming singer Dria Padilla. The head-bopping lyrics brim with positive and representative energy that will instantly make it worth listening. The song is about as bad as Scuttlebutt from The Little Mermaid, but he does it. The song was accompanied with a wistful Los Angeles set music video, which plays homage to director Spike Lee's cult classic "Do the Right Thing." Really, all I saw was like a school bus. But okay, whatever. You do you. He's probably trying really hard to become one of the most hated actors in Hollywood, and he's doing his thing. A damn good thing they're on strike. Oh, speaking of strikes, the writers, they went on strike, and they don't have a lawyer and they don't have an executive officer, and the woman doing they have a 24-year-old female TikToker doing the negotiations. Yeah, you guys really prepared for that strike. I've been saying that the writing in Hollywood has been stupid lately. That's because, well, the writers are stupid. You're going into strike negotiations, you need a lawyer, not a 24-year-old TikToker. Let's see what kind of deal she's able to get for them. Alright, and see, I want to get this into a thicker line, but I don't have that much room. Yeah, that balloon sucks. Oh well. Get that. Let's see, have I read this one? No, I have not. Alright, this is the Saturday one. We have Phydeaux and Felicia, and Felicia's sitting in front of her shrine to herself. All cats worship themselves. I don't feel too good. Time to put down the dog. What are you talking about? That's what humans do. Whatever you got, they're not going to heal you. They'll put you out of your misery. More like put me out of their misery. And Felicia's running around dancing. Phydeaux doesn't feel good. Phydeaux doesn't feel good. I'm fine! Yeah. The secret from the humans, if you don't feel good. Dogs don't exactly have health insurance. Oh, we're continuing with these two behaving sort of like bratty brother and sister. More like, put me out of their misery. And I've done the same thing. Whenever you have a lot of, same thing I did last week. Whenever you have a lot of text, you don't want to be too wordy, but well, it's wordy. I brought the the horizon line up higher. So in this case, the horizon line's about there. This is above their head, so you're looking down at the characters. That way, the horizon line is where the viewer's eyes are. So if I put the eyes up there in the text, it's easier for them to read and look down at the characters. And that's that one. We put this someplace to dry and we can go to work on the other stuff. Let's see. Okay, we'll do, yep, they're the colored ones. Actually, these can go into cold storage. Now let's get some character work done. You can't really see it. Irving camera 1, pull in a little bit further. The background's here. It's all done in light pencil now, but I actually had to start with that far back wall, and then build this wall in front of it, and then that wall in front of it, and then this wall here. So a lot of erasures. And then when it's done, hopefully it will give us a 3D look into the comic strip. But even these characters are on a perspective line. If you can imagine the vanishing point, they're in line with the same perspective. Phydeaux's lower, he's in the middle, and Felicia's up higher. Even though they're smaller, you still got to keep their head sizes right. You notice Felicia's head, she's a little bit taller than Phydeaux, so I tried to get that correct. But since she's pushed back further in the frame, she's still a little bit smaller. But these are all the little things you got to think of to get it to look convincingly thought out. So is everything okay with the mommy?
Yeah, it's alright. The food there is just ridiculous.
Well, I don't think it'll be gourmet.
It's not even not gourmet. It's not even like
Human?
yeah.
Did they give you dog food or cat food? Because I hear the old people like cat food.
No, that's just don't be mean about old people. No, they just screw up all the time. They just don't pay attention to what they're doing. They just throw stuff on a plate. Anyway. But she's feeling better. She's not coughing as much, so that's good. Because we all know her coughs can be, well, you and I know her coughs can be really horrifying. Okay.
She'll make a phone call and actually be like not prepared for that phone call. So you answer, hello, and she's coughing up a lung, and you have to wait several minutes before the conversation begins.
Before she can catch herself.
Listen,
Don't.
before you make a phone call, be
She doesn't
prepared to perform a phone call.
She doesn't know when she's going to cough.
You know, like before I do this, I'm prepared. I don't have to go to the bathroom.
That's only because you said she doesn't know when she's going to cough.
Yeah, let's draw
Oh, maybe I'll watch her Red Letter Media while.
the competition.
Oh, there's no competition. I pick you every day of the week.
No, oh, bullshit. You pick Red Letter Media every day of the week. In fact, you dump me for Mike if
Never.
you had the opportunity.
Never.
The underwear is doing well.
Ew. Ew. Black screen screen with very strong thunder and heavy rain.
Yeah, it's a sleep screen.
Mm-hmm.
We play Thunderstorm on Alexa, but we call her now Ziggy. Where is, there it is.
Sorry, just got a shot pain on my foot.
Phone call number 2.
Well, we have to, the saga.
I know, the saga continues.
Hi, Mama.
Now see, usually people would edit something like that out. But this is raw, live, no editing. I even tried this morning to see if I can pause this, but there's not even a pause button on QuickTime. We're using Apple QuickTime because I'm trying to make this as cheap as possible. And no, you can't pause QuickTime and then resume recording. Well, what do you expect for free? Apple used to give away a lot of good free programs with their computers, or give away, at least provide. They had McWrite and McPaint, McDraw. It would really make a Macintosh a computer worth buying if they did include those programs with it. Even if they were primitive and garbage. And in case you're wondering, that black thing in Beau's hand is his wallet. So just for the summer, I've designed Beau a t-shirt, the collar, and these things on his sleeve, and the stripe down here, figuring that the chief colorist would change things up. Now let's see, do I have any examples of what she did with it? No. Oh yeah, here we go. What'd you do with it? Nothing. I give her the opportunity, and she does nothing. Now she's not in the room now to defend herself. Yeah, this is we're already into September, so the summer is just about over. Beau will be returning to his winter clothing. You're only going to see this shirt for another couple of weeks.
What shirt?
Nothing.
Are you making fun of me?
Yep.
What are you making fun of?
I don't need to go over it again for the camera.
No, you need to go over it again for me. What's up?
Nothing.
Charles, stop. What's up?
Well, the winter is coming, so Beau won't be wearing a t-shirt anymore.
You don't like the colors of any t-shirt?
Well, I designed this new t-shirt with the collar and the stripes on the sleeves and the stripe at the bottom, figuring that the chief colorist would do something new and exciting with the different collar and the stripe on the sleeve and the stripe on the waistline. It's not.
There's no stripe on the waistline. I mean, the stripe at the bottom of the shirt, you mean?
Yeah. It's all right. I would have only complained that it wasn't
Exactly.
a purple color anyway.
Exactly.
So you know
If I
you.
had done something different with it, you would have said,
So-
"Why are you making this shirt look like that?"
So you really can't win in this
No.
situation.
Nope.
Don't
Really
you?
can't.
So don't even try.
But I'm gonna go back and listen to what you said when I was gone. So. I took the opportunity when I was in there to play my chess move on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm going to have. I think I'm going to win our game.
Woohoo.
Next move or two. Which happens so infrequently that that's why I'm announcing it.
It could go either way.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
How could you get out of that?
Well, let's see what you got here.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
So there's been a trend lately
Mm-hmm.
where they say in your relationship you need to find your love language.
Right.
You know. So do you think our love language is chess? Amongst others.
Well, it looks like I've got to intercede with my queen, but that's still not a win for you. I'll lose my queen. And after that move, yep, that looks like a checkmate. I don't see an escape. Yeah, it looks like you got a win there.
Woohoo!
Taught her everything she knows, folks. Taught her everything she knows.
Yeah, you did. I still can't beat you, but yeah, you did. You taught me everything I know. I haven't won a game in a long time.
Well, I could be churlish and say I let you win, but yeah, it happens.
Don't be an idiot.
No, I'm not. I wasn't being
Oh.
churlish and saying I let. No, that's not the case. It just it happens.
Okay.
Shit happens. You know,
Shit happens.
yeah, I wasn't thinking at one point or another. That happens. Or she was thinking at one point or another. Depends upon your point of view. But I'll give you the win.
What, you gonna
And
have-
look, I even gave you the win on camera.
Woohoo! Yeah, because you can't go there, you can't go there, you can't go there. You can't take over anything, so that there is a checkmate. Woohoo! Oh, I get to play white.
Yeah. I got the homeboys.
Don't you be. Oh. For a man who often says, you know, it's better to not speak or whatever, not to use the words.
As Wesley Snipes said, always bet on black. What film was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't from his prison days.
Yeah.
Of all the things.
Well, I so seldom get to play that color. That's going to be new for me.
I know, me too. That's why I said, ooh, I get to play white. I get to play white. I was doing pretty well in my other game, but at least I can put it. In case nobody remembers or we didn't mention it before, my husband taught me how to play chess, and that was part of our courtship.
We've had a constant chess game going since the day we met, actually.
That's right. We have. And he even painted a table in his apartment and made it into a chessboard, which was super romantic.
Well, it was a little lectern thing that I found in the attic of a place we were tearing down. So it was a crappy little old school table, but when we finished, it looked good.
It looked very good. And it was just the gesture alone. I don't care what kind of table it was. The gesture alone that you actually painted it into a chessboard was romantic.
Well, I'd cook her dinner. We'd have dinner on the chessboard, and then afterwards play the game.
Yep. The reason we had to, do that often was because if we left the house and got more than 15, 20 minutes away, we'd have to stay over somewhere.
But we had some really great heavyweight chess pieces. They're like double, triple weight.
Yeah, they were
Bang.
awesome. They've got to be here somewhere, no?
Well, the king and queen are sitting on the shelf
Oh,
of
those
the
are from
bed.
there?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. I wasn't sure though. But yeah, we have the king and queen at the foot of our bed. I mean,
Head.
at the foot, the head of our bed.
Yeah, just decorations now.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. We really need to open these blinds more. It's so pretty out there.
Still summer.
Um,
The Farmer's Almanac says we're going to have an exceptionally snowy winter.
yes, and I've been.
And of course, that's scientific. It's absolute fact. It's going to happen.
And I've been given the task of finding a big comfy sweatshirt that says "Let it snow." Because I used to have one, but it's long gone. And actually, it's more appropriate in this apartment than it was in the house.
Yeah, we don't have to shovel snow anymore.
Nope. Live in
The
luxury.
bane of the New Englander is the shoveling of snow. I had 2 driveways to clean out. And 3 entrances.
I know. I don't even know why I bothered with the front entrance.
Well, it was nominally the way into the house, and if anyone was going to visit, that'd be the way they come in. Oh, well, we never had
Very.
visitors. Or if we're going to get a delivery, that would be where they would
Oh,
do it.
that's
So
true,
it was
yeah.
more or less for the mailman,
Yeah.
even
true,
though the
true.
mail was still at
I was
the
gonna
mailbox
say, the
at
mail
the
was on the other side of the
the
house.
mailbox at the end of a driveway. So I had to shovel out to the mailbox anyway.
Well, that's somebody else's problem now.
Yeah. Happiest 2 days of your life is when you buy your house and when you sell your house.
I could watch this Best of the Worst episode, which does not even have Mike on it.
You must be behind the camera.
I'm behind the camera. Oh, he must be behind the camera. Oh. I thought you said you must be, and I'm like, I see.
I imagine people are complaining that they're not doing the Plinkett stuff anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what the last Plinkett thing was.
Well, we've gotten used to. Last night I saw a 4.5-hour review done by our friend Mauler,
Yes, you did.
and that would be like in the old style of the Plinkett, where they'd sit there and they'd play clips of the film and commentary on it, and that's just that's an incredible amount of work, and I think that's why the guys at Red Letter Media simply aren't doing it. They
Or one could argue that there hasn't been a movie worthy of that kind of destruction.
well, Mauler's been able to find it.
Mauler hates
The entire Star Wars
Mauler
universe,
hates
the
everything.
entire actually every product of Disney since 2017. See, I finally mentioned. Oh no, I did mention Disney earlier. I was gonna say. I'm trying not to mention the same things every week, so as to make the bingo game more challenging.
Mhm. It's not fun when you get bingo all the time. When it's too easy to get bingo.
Like we haven't mentioned the Chancellor of Germany in the 1940s and 30s
That is
for a
true.
long time. You got that on your bingo card, and you're shit out of luck. This squeaking tool, it calibrates high levels of squeak. Yes. And so you have to do
I got
that.
excited. I thought there was a new Clarkson Farms. I forgot that we've already watched the second one.
Yeah. Oh well, I think he is no longer. Jeremy Clarkson is no longer canceled.
He shouldn't have been canceled in the first place. He got canceled over Meghan Markle. I mean, because she's so beloved. Let's make sure we protect her.
After seeing the show Suits,
I know. And
I
the thing-
really feel bad for our our UK friends. I can't say British friends because they're also the Scotland, Wales, and the United Kingdom are stuck with her. Scotland, Wales, sorry, and Ireland is stuck with them.
No, actually, you keep saying that, but she's gone.
Oh, they're in
They
Canada.
renounced all this
Yeah.
stuff. Because, that's exactly what he wanted. He didn't want to be a part of that. She didn't make him do that. He was, voluntarily, on his own, decided to leave that.
So what's the over/under on how long till the divorce?
They've been married longer than I would have thought.
Yeah.
So,
She is Hollywood trash. Eventually they're gonna divorce. It's
Yeah.
just she just doesn't have it. She doesn't have it in her.
the thing is, though, this is her
True.
second marriage, so she could,
Oh.
this could be the one. You know what I mean? Like, she could be settling.
I want to be princess.
No, why do you keep saying that? She doesn't, apparently. She's advocated, or whatever that word is. And so has he. She has no chance of ever becoming princess. Although they were like 20th on the line anyway.
No, fourth or fifth.
No? Well, okay. Prince Charles is there now. Then it will be
This son.
William.
Mhm.
But then it goes to William's two kids, doesn't it, before it goes to the brother?
Perhaps. Yeah, usually.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that makes him about 4.
It's
Prince Charles.
it's still a little fudgy as to whether or not they include the women. I suppose at this day and age, absolutely, but they used to only include the women when they didn't have a choice.
If they include the woman, then he's 5th in line because Charlotte's the oldest, I think, of William's kids. That would be interesting if they decide to include.
No,
her.
it would not be interesting at all. We're talking about British monarchy here.
I don't know. I think that stuff's kind of interesting.
Little known fact: there is no King of England. England does not have a king. It's the king of United Kingdom, the Commonwealth.
Have they changed the money over?
But
yet?
again, I'm an American. I don't give a fuck. I don't know if they put big ears on the money yet. I haven't seen any examples of it.
Oh, now you see, you go to the lowest common denominator. You're better than that.
What?
You're more clever than that to call them big
King
names.
Charles III. I'm glad that he's been so quiet. I expected he'd be a real obnoxious bastard, but he's taken kingly duties.
Oh, he's so happy to be king. He just
I don't know. He's taken kingly duties with some aplomb, dignity, aplomb. Speaking of dignity,
yeah. There you go. No, he's fine. He's just ecstatic.
if you say so. I haven't seen him.
I know, but that's why. I think he's just running around the castle. running around Buckingham Palace like, I'm finally here, I'm finally here. I didn't want Mom to die, but come on, she lived a long life. Has anyone advocated the throne?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I meant like in modern.
Yes. Edward.
Yeah, okay, how long ago was that?
I don't know. You married an American starlet. Something like that. Again, I'm an American. I'm not supposed to know British monarchy. Was it Edward? Yes.
Anyway.
The pasty white guy. He's the guy. The pasty white guy. He's the one who abdicated the throne because he wanted to marry a piece of American ass.
Dude, that's crude.
And actually, I don't even think she was that good looking.
She's beautiful. Can't think of her name right now. She's beautiful. Oh,
It seems the British are kind of like that. When they go pick an American girl, they get the ugliest of the group.
you are horrible.
Oh, Christ's sakes! Look at that cast of suits.
I know you.
he picked the worst actress.
She's the only one of his age on that show.
No, she's not. Oh, that little blonde number.
Why are you yelling? Which blonde number? The one
Yeah, either one.
None of the blondes on there are his age. Maybe the one who was
The intern.
Intern.
But yeah, he could have done better.
Oh, absolutely, but not just for looks.
Oh, maybe she's really sweet in real life.
There's been interviews. No, she's not. Although a lot of people think she did she got him out of that, that horrible patriarchal, I don't know, whatever.
So, what are we going to call this week's episode?
I don't know. We really haven't been.
I think the logical one is iceberg, tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah,
After that first degree felony that they've just released cavalierly online, it looks as if we can be looking forward to 30 years of obvious criminal activity in the Reedy Creek district.
Yeah, probably.
We should explain. This is anything from bribery to simple money laundering. But you can say, well, the Reedy Creek people, they need to have tickets to get into Disney because they're overseeing it and they have to get in there and see what it looks like. Well, then in that case, you give them a stipend. You don't send a check straight from the taxpayers to the company that is not supposed to be running you. That's why they were so arrogant when this whole Never Don't Say Gay bill came out, because they thought they were a government. Disney thought they were the Vatican City of America. They had their own little country there, and they were untouchable.
They assumed they were untouchable, but then Florida became.
Well, this was a long time. This was a long time coming, and it was like, oh, thanks for reminding me. Let's do something about Disney this year. And I think like every year that they got in, that they started a new legislative period, they say, "Hey, let's do something about that Disney mistake that we made back in 1967." Okay, and they just never got around to it. And then finally, it was like, "Hey, now that they're being a-holes about this whole education bill, why
Why don't we finally look into it?
why don't we finally do something about these people?"
And plus, somebody was saying that they've been, walking around for years saying how, they are Florida, like they're the top
They put
employer.
Florida on the map.
Yeah, they're the top employer and all that stuff, and apparently they're not. I guess the food chain, I mean not the food chain, the grocery chain is, and something else is above them too. But
The only reason why they're not in Louisiana is because Louisiana wanted a kickback, and Florida wasn't organized enough in 1967 to ask for the kickback.
wow, what was that? Anyway, so I was like, what do you look like a laugh?
Well, Disney originally went to Louisiana. He was going to build there, and he said to the corrupt government down there, "Oh, we're going to bring so many jobs and invest so many money and so much money." And the politicians, who I won't name, but you all know the names of these people, say, "Okay, but what's in it for me? What do you mean?"
We're bringing you jobs, and we're bringing you, yeah, but what's in it for me? How do I benefit from this directly?
So Walt had to find a less organized. I'm not going to say less corrupt, but they were less organized corrupt at the time. State. Still, warm enough to be open all year long. The land was cheap enough, and hey, that was Florida. Vacation land as we know it now.
Retirement land. Although I'll bet it's not as, that's the thing, is it's not as, vacation destination-y as it once was, which is not a term, but
In the defense of the government of Florida at that time, Walt said he was going to build Epcot, an experimental prototype city of tomorrow. It was going to be a legitimate city. But soon after Walt's death, they said, we're not going to build a city. Let's build a theme park. And thus we got that shitty theme park. Reedy Creek is actually just like a cul-de-sac with a bunch of trailers around it. But it's a tax-paying city where they're allowed to issue bonds. So Disney could issue themselves tax-free bonds. And they did.
Isn't that convenient?
Isn't that illegal? And worst case scenario, these bonds could be called into question. And someone should call these bonds into question because they were illegally issued.
That might
But
be next.
that is a can of worms nobody wants to get into. That's bankrupting a state.
Ew.
So no, that's never gonna. They're never gonna call the bonds into question. But there are so many other little crimes like this. This is a 30-year jail sentence. Now we just have to find out who to pin it on. It definitely won't go to the CEO. It'll go to some minor capo. You'll never get the Don with this. But you've seen the film The Untouchables. We got Al Capone with tax evasion. We can still hope that justice will be served.
Somebody might get a top person, you don't know.
Every once in a while in America, justice is served. Doesn't happen too often, but they have to do it every once in a while just to give us the veneer of a legal system. Make us think that perhaps the right thing is being done. This is something that the Justice Department cannot ignore. It's too obvious. And there's no reason to brush it under the rug.
See, that's what Disney didn't bargain for, was eventually there might not be any reason to brush it under the rug.
It's delicious to see such arrogance
Yep.
being knocked down. All right. So we're doing tip of the iceberg?
Sure.
Maybe. What at that. Is second. Here is the voice. And what's that over there? Fourth. All right. Let's do this one next. It's everything seems to be dry. Very good. We're looking at 1 hour and 5 minutes on the clock. Now,
Okay.
how many times do I say never draw your characters that small?
And what do you do?
Well, I wanted an establishing shot to show that they were in the bar and that Phydeaux was there.
Okay. That's valid.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get like a really fine line, otherwise I get Cat Boss all muddied up. Here is your drink, Dino. He's got this Darth Vader like mask, which gives him an everyman, every cat look. So you have no idea exactly what he's expressing. So you have to make the expressions in other ways. Now, someday we'll actually either do like a doll plushie action figure of Cat Boss. I'm gonna have to make a more solid determination exactly what this mask looks like in 3D.
Yeah.
As you only ever see it from this 3/4 angle.
Sorry. Forgetting that that's gonna make such a.
No one hit, the speaker did not pick it up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. She's on the phone making her chess moves, I assume.
Mhm.
But she's
And other moves.
she really wants me to post live here her winning a chess game, which I will do so. No ego here. Well, extreme ego here, but you know, it's all right. Now, how you do the cat's expression is in the tail. See how the tail is slightly turned down? That is to show his disdain and disgust for Dino. But later, we got the tail going up, and that's like the middle finger, still showing disdain and disgust. But it's a different disdain and disgust. And see how the tail plays out a little bit more. This is still him being naughty. And here is tail is poof, flat on the floor, completely nonplussed. So that is how you do a cat's expressions when you can't do his expressions.
They just opened a Kelly's Roast Beef in Naples, Florida.
They'll never get the seafood.
I think it's Naples, but it's gotta be Naples, Florida. What other Naples would there be? There's so many New Englanders down there.
Yeah.
More specifically, Massachusetts people.
Yeah.
I looked at Kelly's when I was gonna order something for my mother one day.
Mm-hmm.
Just so expensive.
Oh, it's $30, $40. Yeah. I think their roast beef sandwich now is like $18.
I know, it's almost laughable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, what they tried to do is keep the quality up, and
Yeah.
prices be damned.
Yep. No, hey, people are gonna pay it, you know, more power to them, but knock me out of the picture.
I used to get a roast beef sandwich and a large fry, and their large fry is, let's see if we do this on the camera. Yeah, their large fry is, well, Irving, you can't really see in the camera. That big. It's about
It's your entire meal. It could be
it's
your
about
entire
3.5, 4 pounds of French fries.
Well, okay, they had to do that for practical reasons. They had to do that because when they originated on Revere Beach, which they still are there, you'd have to give half of them to the seagulls.
Well,
Or the seagulls would take them right
the seagulls
from
take them. Yes.
So in order for the customer to actually be able to eat any, they had to give you so much
Yeah.
that you could share. Are you really a New Englander if you haven't had part of your food taken away from you from a seagull on Revere Beach? Or North Shore person, I should say.
What's funny is the seagulls have followed the restaurant up Route 1 into Saugus.
Yep, they absolutely have.
I think there are some birds who have eaten nothing but that food.
Mm-hmm.
They have abandoned the sea.
Do they actually go after the roast beef, or they just go after
Like
the
everything,
fries?
everything.
They go after the. I don't
Yeah.
remember ever losing a roast beef. I mean, I've lost.
Well, because
Plenty
you generally
of,
keep that close to you.
True, true, and it's usually wrapped rather
Yeah.
than the other stuff.
But yeah, they take everything.
Wow.
Back in my youthful days, I worked at McDonald's. I did like a night thing, and I'd have to get out to get the barrels before sunrise, or the seagulls would tip them over and make a mess in the parking lot. Those are the seagulls that did not do well on Kelly's that previous night, so they had to run over to McDonald's to supplement their meals. But these birds live off humans.
That's a weird thought that there's actually probably generations of birds who have only eaten.
They would die
Kelly's.
if that restaurant went out of business. All right. Now, see, that's closer to the size that you want to draw them. These about, well, half to almost a half the size of the panel.
The clouds are on to me. There was just a cloud that looked like it had a seahorse breaking through the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to take a picture of it and it closed up real fast. I'm trying to think of the last time I had Kelly's.
Before I met you. I haven't had Kelly's in 20 years.
No, you and I went through a Kelly's drive-through a couple times.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
And we actually went through the Kelly's drive-through up in Danvers one time.
Yeah.
too,
So I guess that's
on one of our road
now.
trips.
Yes, you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that solves that one. It's been a few years.
I've told you this story one of the times when my aunt fell. Actually, Shelley's wedding. I was the maid of honor, and Shelley's wedding was the night before Shelley's wedding, and we had been at the hospital for all day long because my aunt had fallen and she had bleeding on the brain and all kinds of
Fun,
terrible stuff.
wonderful stuff. Yes.
Yeah, and my uncle was out from Vegas, and we're driving home, and all I wanted to do was go home and go to sleep because I had bridesmaids or maid of honor duties in the morning. And my uncle's like, we have to stop and get food. And it was like, I couldn't care less about food. We stopped at Kelly's, and I got a roast beef sandwich, and it was one of the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had in my life. Like, I just was so hungry, so tired, so over everything that when I took a bite of that and it was good, I was like, all right, this is a good idea.
Well, they were famous for just being a place where the drunks could go after the bars
yeah.
closed.
Then they got a little bit of competition with the one that opened up next to Kathy's. I can't remember the name of it.
Bill
right
and
now.
Bob, I think.
Bill and Bob, yeah. That got a little bit of competition because, at least for us, for those of us who lived in Saugus, it was right there. Like the beach wasn't far, but the beach was a little bit out of the way, and it was usually a lot more crowded.
Yeah.
But Bill and Bob's was like right outside of Boston, so you leave Boston, you hit that right on your way home.
Yeah, they're down by the rotary where the old prison was. At the end of Storrow Drive.
What is?
Bill and Bob's. That's the one you're talking about, right?
No, I'm talking about the one that was next to Kathy's on Route 1.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the one that was in Boston.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the one that was next to Captain's Own Door. Was that a Bill and Bob's? Wasn't that like a Big Boy or something?
No.
Or maybe I'm thinking of
No.
No, whenever I went into that area, it was usually when I've been out with my friends who lived in Somerville.
Yeah.
And we used to go to the IHOP or we used to do the breakfast thing when we were drunk. I mean, when we were.
Well, no, when you were designated drivers, because you were the one with the handicap plate, and you didn't drink.
I did drink on occasion, depending on what I was on at the time.
That's why they had you around.
Why do you have to always choose the asshole remark?
We call you Clutch because you're the driver. That was my favorite G.I. Joe character.
Was it now?
Well, yes, because you see, in the first 3, 4, 5 comic books, he was the main character. And then he just disappeared. He never appeared as an action figure. He never appeared anywhere. So now, if you want to be really cool, and anyone asks you who your favorite G.I. Joe is, say it's Clutch, because that means you actually read the comic books.
And reading the comic book.
And it's half the battle, yes.
Yeah. It's half the battle.
So that means you've seen the TV show, the cartoon. Yep. Dino wears the black t-shirt because the black t-shirt never goes out of style.
You better hope it doesn't.
So I just heard from the original character that Dino is based on, the human being. He's in Maryland now.
Oh, okay.
So who knows?
Is he okay with the portrayal? I guess he must be.
I'm not sure if he's aware of it,
Oh.
to tell you the truth.
See, I thought you told
I've
him.
mentioned it. I've told him a couple times, but it's like with some people, you speak to them and you don't think that whatever you said is like attached to any neurons.
Mhm.
Oh, you're right. That will be $8.
$8.
Still, this is like a really cheap dive bar. His a pint of beer is $5.
Wow,
That's a pretty good.
that's pretty good.
Yes, yes. Well, the Boston area, you don't get very many dive bars where you can get a pint for $5. Obviously, it's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Still.
Oh no, this is Cat Boss Ale. Never mind, he makes it himself. We've forgotten those jokes. Any aspiring brewers who want to do Cat Boss Ale, I should warn you, it's got to be very hoppy because it has to smell actively like cat urine.
Ew.
So we're looking for a very dry, very hoppy beer. Something with a very light malt characteristic. Obviously, it's going to be a Pilsner, lager.
Obviously.
Even though we call it Cat Boss Ale, it's obviously not going to be an ale. I think we're looking for that, like that in color.
And then they all got quiet.
You didn't find anything on TV?
No, I couldn't find a damn thing on TV.
Put on a film.
I couldn't find a film.
Oh my god.
I know.
May I have the remote for a moment?
Well, you're not watching it though, so why, you know.
We have to create the proper atmosphere for a Phydeaux drawing afternoon. Let's see. Netflix it is. What's on Netflix this week? Limited series, A Haunting. Oh, we're gonna go for films. Psychological movies, new releases. Wait for psychological movies. Nah, I'm not in the mood for psychological movies.
See?
Okay, new releases.
It's not that easy to find a movie.
Who is Aaron Carter? I don't care.
I don't.
Ragnarok. Not as good
Jinx.
still. Killer Book Club. Big George Foreman. Okay, yeah, I like George Foreman. Yeah. And we got some anime. Bakehama, number 7 in America today. Okay, we're gonna have to go in the old stuff. Award-winning TV shows. Let's see, SWAT. Okay, number 1 in America is Who is Aaron Carter? A British woman's tranquil life in Barcelona spirals out of control when an armed robbery at a supermarket exposes her secret and violent past. Number 1 in America. Yeah.
Oh, you
Oh,
go
wow.
right past-
Suits is number 8. Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, I went right past it.
I
And we started Ballers. That's The
know.
Rock's TV show.
I know.
Didn't care for it.
No, didn't do much for me at all.
Mm.
So see, this is not as easy to find a.
Oh, I'm just going for a blockbuster. There we go.
Okay, these are blockbusters.
Yeah, okay. I think the definition of blockbuster has really changed.
I think they mean movies
So-
that came from the old blockbuster.
Oh, yeah. Oh, perhaps, yeah.
You know.
This is
They took
Luther,
right off the shelves.
Ted, Bullet Train. Yeah, these aren't blockbusters.
Yeah.
The Ring, maybe. Liar, Liar, no.
Oh no, the Liar Liar was a blockbuster when it came out.
The Huntsman, Winters at War. No, it's not a
Departed
blockbuster.
was.
Is that Titanic?
Bridesmaids was.
Hey, oh, it is Titanic. Well,
There
okay,
you go.
I'd give him that. Yeah, all right.
Oh, wherever you are.
Oh, we must see Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. I think that's going to be our film for this afternoon.
Okay.
If not, Dracula Untold. That's
we
the one.
saw Dracula Untold.
Is it? Is that the one where he dresses like a Victorian queen? What they did is they hired a costume designer, and this person never heard of Dracula. She was like some Asian woman, and he just told her, "Okay, design
No,
this
that
costume."
was the one with Keanu Reeves. you're talking
Was it? Okay. That's why they. Oh, hey, Spider-Man.
about. Spider-Man 3.
Okay. What's this? Spider-Man 4?
No, this is Spider-Man
Just
proper.
plain old Spider-Man.
It looks like we have both the Rush hours, just in case you want to watch them.
Yeah, it's Rush Hour 2,
I
3.
think it's a trilogy, right?
I have no idea. Oh yes, it's that work of art is a trilogy. And there's the other Spider-Man too. Yeah. All right. So now we can go back. We're probably going to do Spider-Man or Rush Hour. Flip a coin. Let's see. This is the one with the. That's the one when he kills the Green Goblin.
Yep.
Oh, do we have to watch Uncle Ben get killed again?
Yep.
No, I don't want to watch Uncle Ben get killed again. I've seen Uncle Ben get killed so many times, they could put me in the lineup.
If you, but he's killed by different people though. So which one would you say?
Okay. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. There we go. I didn't like this film when it came out, and it's supposedly the best of the 12.
I haven't. The 12.
Well, they went too far with the villain, and like how he had a shape-shifting.
This is on mute, by the way.
Yeah.
Just telling you, just to make sure you actually want to listen.
No, well, we can't
I know
do
you're
too much
still
sound,
recording.
or yeah, just keep down low. But
Oh, Duncan is trying so hard to move.
we have a bird that drinks water. That's who Duncan is.
He's trying so hard. He's just gonna.
One of those plastic things that go down, take the sip, and bounce back
A little
up.
bit of movement to him.
All right, let's get this. Let's get this comic strip done so that we can let these people go home.
Hopefully, well, I was gonna say hopefully they're at home, but I guess they can watch it on the go.
But this is indeed the greatest job in the world, as I stated earlier. If it doesn't take any talent, so just about anyone can do this.
It does take talent.
Oh, come on, look at my competition. So, if anyone really realized how great a job this is all anyone would ever do, and society would collapse. Electricity would go off because no one's mining the coal, and we all freeze and starve. But we'd have fun drawing our comic strips.
And why are we on this?
Because it makes me happy. Don't do anything that doesn't make you happy.
Well,
My advice for the day.
I'm gonna say my goodbyes now because I have to go. I'll be back in a moment if you're still on.
Oh, we'll probably still be here. I still got another panel to do.
Oh, okay. Don't talk about me again.
So now that she's gone, so they're doing the opening futuristic dystopia war. I remember seeing this when I was a kid, saying, "Oh wow, that's really cool. Why isn't this the movie?" Well, because when they did do this as the movie, it kind of sucked. If anyone remembers the X-Men Origins film Wolverine, they've got like a whole opening sequence where they show him through history, going through all sorts of battles from the Civil War to World War I and World War II. And wow, this is cool. Why isn't this the movie? Nah, instead we got, what was it, like a samurai film? Which again, a real samurai film would have been good. But they had a samurai film based in the 20th century. Things that could have been great. right, last panel. Cheers. No, I am charging you more for noticing that I am losing my hair. Ha ha ha. Gee, we never pulled in the camera for the close-up today. Oh well. Now that I'm thinking of it. Close enough. Now, how much ink is on this brush? How far can we go? Exciting, isn't it?
Did you miss me?
Didn't even notice you were gone.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Did you make your chess move?
On the board or on the computer?
On the computer.
No.
Oh, well, I thought you wanted to have it for the finale of the show here, so you can show
Oh,
everyone.
no, yeah, no, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you can show
Oh, I
everyone
thought you meant since
your,
then.
your great victory.
We already
Oh,
did it because...
my goodness. Yes, so here we go. You lost.
Da-da-da!
I guess I do the. Oh, nope.
Nope, I started the
You
game.
did a rematch. All right, so let me.
Because I am white now.
Yeah.
I get to play the white pieces.
So I'm just going to do queen's pawn. Well,
Okay.
Yeah, I can't screw that one up. And let's X that out. And I want to get rid of the game I started by mistake.
Why?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
who
start.
cares?
Oh, okay, fine. Do queen's pawn again. That way I can be sure of a victory.
Now you'll be super confused because you're going to be playing
Well, we should get rid of one of the games.
whatever.
Yeah, probably the white game I just started. All right.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I've got both games. You got started or no? I mean, you want to play the both or no?
The one with the white that I started, get rid of. All you have to do is surrender.
Yeah, I'm not
What?
Nice try, buddy.
No, well, we have to get rid of the second game, so why don't you just resign?
Why don't you just resign?
Because that will destroy my record.
Oh, what a shame then. Actually, it's saying game invitation. So maybe if I
Decline it. Decline it. Yeah, that's. Yeah, okay. And that won't go against your
No, that
score.
won't.
Yeah.
Nice try, buddy.
Five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Amazing how that works out that way. Always 6 little strokes on his hair.
Oh, sorry.
That's a loud commercial.
That's not a commercial. It's actually somebody video on Facebook. I think I just scrolled up and it did that.
Dude. Gee, that's almost as bad as that Manuel Noriega song. Or Miranda. Whatever his name is. Cobra Kai Kid.
That's what he's going to forever be known as, Cobra Kai Kid.
Well, he seems to think he's going to be as big as Robert De Niro or Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah,
according to
says.
his song.
That's what he's claiming.
Were you here Were you here earlier when I read it? When I read the lyrics?
Oh no! Did you do that while I was on the phone with my mother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's trying really hard to make himself one of the most hated Hollywood stars. He's go for it, kid. All right, that's the end of that one. Well, we're going on to an hour and 36 minutes. I think we're going to call that a day. I have no idea what we're going to call this one. Probably 1968, huh? There we go. Yeah, 1968. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say goodbye.